What's going on, YouTube? It's Ikenna bringing you guys a new video. This is going to be the answering portion of the Q&A video. I know I said I was going to post this 2 weeks after the submission, but school got super intense really quickly and I had to push this back a little bit. But now I'm here answering some of the questions that we got, so let's get into it. First up, we have a few questions from my man Mads, and his questions are favorite brand and designer. Without a doubt, off the top of my head, my favorite brand is Maison Margiela. Such a great brand. I would highly recommend you guys checking it out. I own a few shoes from them and I'm definitely interested in exploring some of their clothing items, especially the tops. They have such a variety of styles of clothing. If you wanted to go a streetwear route, Maison Margiela can accommodate you for that. If you want to do something more professional, they definitely have items for that. I can see myself wearing full Margiela fits every day for the rest of my life and I would be very, very content with it. It's definitely a great brand. They also do have avant-garde stuff if you're interested in that as well. But if you just want something regular, normal outfits with just unique touches to it, Maison Margiela is definitely the brand to go to. And his next question is Time Grail. This actually is a difficult question, but the first thing that came to mind is the Rick Owens Creech Cargos. They're such a unique pair of pants. I've seen a variety of cuts from them. They have a wide leg version and a more tapered version. What really catches my eye is that upper portion with the pockets. I've never seen anything like that before, and Rick Owens definitely killed it with that pair of pants. And if I had a pair of those would be really cool. And it's not like you have to go full Rick to wear them, so that's also a good thing. Some of the Rick Owens pieces, it looks weird if you're just wearing a regular t-shirt and this crazy Rick piece. Some items, they force you to go full Rick, but the Dark Shadow Ramones and the Creech Cargos and several other items, you can definitely bring them into your wardrobe and not have to go full Dark Shadow Wizard or whatever like that. But definitely Rick Owens Creech Cargos are my grill right now. Next up, we got a question from Marco, and his question is, what are you studying? I'm studying biology. I'm pre-med, concentrating in computational biology. So in addition to regular biology stuff, I get to do a bit of programming, learn some languages. I'm actually taking this class called Applied Population Ecology right now. It's very different from anything that I've taken before because we're kind of like learning how to make models to predict how a population grows or declines and predict how many members of the population die, how many people are born. It's definitely a unique class, and I've heard that this person who teaches the class definitely prepares people who are interested in research or modeling sustainability, because a lot of the people who are taking that class are majoring in sustainability, environmental science and sustainability. But yeah, I'm studying biology, concentrating in computational biology, and I'm pre-med. Next up, we got a question from Warsaw, and his question is, any clothing design applications or software you know about, and what are your tips on creating a clothing brand? So I actually haven't designed clothing and I don't own a clothing brand, but off the top, I can think that Illustrator would be a great program to use to design clothes. Even if you don't have that artistic background, if you know how to make a tech pack, which is basically like mocking up the clothing and then annotating what the materials are, where items are supposed to be, like where the zipper is supposed to be placed, where the seam is supposed to be placed, you can definitely get your idea across to a manufacturer and they can produce what you want. So I would definitely say check out Illustrator. If I do find any other specifically clothing design programs, I'll definitely post it up on the screen. But Illustrator is a great program to use. And what are your tips on creating a brand? So first up, you want to be realistic. Creating a brand is not an easy thing to do, and it's very difficult to be successful, I think, especially being like a startup streetwear brand. Not a lot of people make it, but I would definitely recommend, if you want to create a brand, think heavily on what the direction of your brand is going to be. Think about the niche that you're trying to target, what type of style of clothing that you're going to do, and start off small. You don't want to just put a bunch of money into something that's not going to sell and then you just lose all your money. So I would definitely recommend start off small. People hate t-shirt brands, but that's like the most simplest thing that you can do, right? It's t-shirts, because it's never going to go out of style. If you have a really good design, you might be able to sell something. There's no guarantee in the market, but if you're going to create a brand, really think about your audience, think about the direction you want to take the brand. Start off small, don't spend all your money on something that may not sell. So just take baby steps with it, and if it doesn't go the way that you wanted to, you didn't really waste all your time. You learn new skills, you learn how to market your brand, you learn how to talk to manufacturers, negotiate pricing, it's definitely a great thing to pick up some new skills. Next up, we have a question from my man Matisse. Shout out to him. He's been supporting the channel for such a long time. Ever since I started this channel, he's been watching the videos, and he's also been doing his own YouTube videos. So his question is, what type of doctor are you aspiring to be? So I'm really interested in either orthopedic surgery or general surgery. Over this, like 2 summers ago, I was involved in this medical program, and we got the opportunity to work with cadavers. So cadavers are people who donated their bodies to the medical school so that the students can learn from them. And we actually had the opportunity to cut into the cadavers and look at the organs and look at the tissue and all of these things. And it had a really big impact on my decision to be a surgeon. And I feel as though with surgery, I can go in and do the operation and then run tests and see that I actually help the patient, like the operation worked, the transplant worked, the patient's vitals are good, everything is working as it should. And I feel like I would be more interested in that instead of giving someone medication and telling them to come 3 weeks later and tell me how they feel. Next up, we have a question from Liam, and he says, who are some of your fashion icons? Favorite fashion icons? I don't know about icons, but I follow a few people on Instagram who I really like their style. So off the top, you guys should definitely check out this guy named Garrett. On Instagram, his handle is GX Wilson. He has some crazy outfits. I feel like he works closely with Jacob Hetzer, who also has really good style as well. So definitely Garrett, GX Wilson on Instagram, his outfits are crazy and I definitely look up to his style. And also Vincenzo, who's friends with Sanji or Couture Atelier. His style is very good in that the wide pants thing. Like, I've been wearing wide trousers if you guys watched my how to make crop trousers video, and that's definitely one of my favorite items right now. I've been wearing them at least 2 or 3 times a week, especially since the weather is really warm. But Vincenzo has some really good style, and I would definitely recommend you guys checking out his Instagram. So Garrett and Vincenzo, definitely 2 people that I look up to style-wise. Next up, we have a question from King Mac D, and his question is cheap online brands. So I would not recommend you guys spending money on cheap clothing, in that they tend to fall apart and you end up spending more than you would if you just bought a few good quality items. But I know that clothing can get very expensive quickly. And I would recommend, if you want to save money on clothing, just going with basic items. So Uniqlo is a great brand that does basics very well, and I feel like they have such a variety of items that they can accommodate anyone's style, and they look really good, and the quality is alright, it's not too bad. So Uniqlo is definitely #1 for that. I don't really know any other brands because I don't even buy clothing that much myself anymore, but for cheap, Uniqlo, definitely a great brand, and you can pull off so many good outfits with just a basic set of clothing, and nothing too flashy, nothing too crazy, just working with the colors and the fit of the items. So like crop trouser is a really good popular thing right now, baggy pants, tapered pants, different colored t-shirts, different fits of the t-shirt. You can never go wrong with basics, honestly, and they save you a bunch of money. So Uniqlo, definitely #1. Check it out if you don't. You probably already know about it, but they have a lot of things to offer. Next question, can you show us your shoe collection? Yeah, I can definitely do that in another video. So I will make note of that to do a shoe collection video. Next up, we have a question from Colin. His question is high school tips. So I actually was terrible in high school. I'm the first person in my family to go through the whole US educational system. I actually was born in Nigeria. My parents immigrated here, and I came here when I was about 4 years old. So I started off in like preschool, elementary, and then I went through the whole US thing. And my whole experience up until like junior year of high school was trial and error. I'm the person who always messed up and then told my siblings, oh, don't do this, do this. So I can definitely offer you advice from all the mistakes that I made. So for me, I wasn't really good. It's not that I wasn't intelligent or I wasn't smart. It's just that I did not know what I was doing. So I would definitely say, first and foremost, your academics are the most important thing that you have to stay on top of. Your grades are very important because unfortunately, they do determine where you can go after high school, and especially with college grades, where you can go beyond that as far as graduate school and career. But with high school, I would definitely recommend staying on top of your classes. If you don't understand something, go to your professor and ask for help. Maybe they can explain it a different way that better resonates with you. That was one of the problems that I had. I didn't know how to ask for help, so I would just try and do things on my own and just mess up or like take a long route to things. So So definitely ask for help. Take advantage of tutors that your school has to offer. They're free and they are there to help you, so definitely take advantage of that. Make sure you can do your best in your classes. Also take classes that are interesting to you, especially if you know what you want to major in college. I would definitely recommend taking some AP classes in that field. So beyond academics, I would say get involved in your college community or in your town community as a whole. The first 2 years of high school, I wasn't really involved in anything, but then junior year, that's when I got into this club called Key Club, which is a community service club. So I was really interested in that, and I went on to become the president of that club. So definitely find something that you like, join a club that you like. It doesn't have to be so many clubs, just one club and then stick to it and try to get a leadership role. It doesn't have to be the president. You can be like a secretary or something like that, or even like the web developer or web designer, So definitely find something that fits what you like. Also get involved in your community. There's definitely so many activities that you can do. If you are able to find a job, because not only does it make you money, but it also gives you real world experience. So these real world experiences are definitely things you can talk about when you're applying to college, and how those have affected how you like see the world or how you interact with people, how you've been exposed to a diverse group of people. So definitely grades, clubs, involvement in community, real world experiences. And then also with college applications, just take a chance. Apply to some schools that you know that you're going to get into, and apply to some schools that you think that you wouldn't get into, because trust me, you might get into one of those schools that you thought you had no chance of. So those are definitely some tips that I have for that. So our last question is from Merritt, and this question is, what is your opinion on replicas/counterfeits? I would not recommend anyone buying fake items. Fugazi is a no-no. But like if you don't, the way I view it is like if you cannot afford it, there's no point in buying something that's fake, because the quality is not there. Like these high-end brands, they use specific materials, they source the materials from specific places, and they have quality control. So like I would not recommend buying fake items because the quality is not there. And even if I don't think people would do this, but there are people who feel the need to call you out on it. So I would not take a chance for that. Just save your money, honestly. Clothes are not the biggest thing. This is coming from me, and I run like a fashion YouTube channel, but honestly, clothes are not the biggest concern in your life. There's so many other things that you should be focused on that you can devote your time to. If you want something and you can't afford it, just wait. Get the money if you can. If you can't get the money, there's always alternatives that are not fake. And you don't need that one item, because like honestly, who really cares? Like the only people who care are like people within our community, within like the streetwear community or the fashion community. Outside of that, if you can put together a good outfit that has no designer brands, like for example a Uniqlo outfit, a really good Uniqlo outfit, people will praise you as much as you wearing like really high-end stuff. Like it doesn't really matter. Stay in your lane, I guess. Spend money on items that you can afford. Don't blow your money on stupid stuff like that. Clothes are not the most important thing. Thank you guys so much for asking all these questions. I definitely enjoyed answering them. If you do have suggestions for videos, I would highly recommend you commenting down below. Especially since I'm in school right now, I'm not going to be buying as much clothing, or if any at all, because I have so much other stuff to worry about, and clothing is not really the priority right now. This is going to be a really big year for me, so I have a lot to focus on. So if you have some discussion type videos that I can do for you guys, definitely comment down below some topics or some interests that you have, and I'll look into it, and I would definitely make a video for that. Thank you guys for watching. As always, it's been Ikenna. Until next time, peace.